Long ago, in the golden city of Azrak, where domes gleamed under the scorching sun, there lived a fearless young man named Faris, born to humble yet noble-hearted farmers. Faris was known for his strength, wisdom, and unwavering kindness. But beyond the city walls, a dark shadow loomed, a wicked sorcerer named Vizier Qadir, who sought to rule Azrak through deceit and dark magic. One day, the mighty Sultan of Azrak summoned his court. His daughter, Princess Layla, the jewel of the kingdom, had been cursed. A spell had trapped her in an eternal slumber, and the wisest healers and scholars failed to wake her. The Sultan promised that whoever broke the curse would have her hand in marriage and half his kingdom. Faris, hearing of this plight, knew he had to help. He traveled to the palace, where he overheard the whispers of an old servant. Only the Simurgh, the legendary bird of wisdom, can break this spell. Determined, Faris set off on a perilous journey to the Mountain of Stars, where the Simurgh was said to dwell. Faris faced many dangers on his quest. First, he encountered a fierce desert bandit, but when Faris spared him in battle, the bandit revealed a secret. Vizier Qadir had orchestrated the princess's curse to seize the throne. Next, he reached the Valley of Whispers, where spirits of the past tried to turn him back with doubts and illusions. But Faris pressed on, guided by his courage and pure heart. He then arrived at the Oasis of Secrets, where a mystical water spirit warned him. The Djinn that guards the enchanted lamp cannot be fought with weapons, but only with wit. If you seek to defeat him, you must first understand what he fears most. Finally, Faris climbed the Mountain of Stars, where the legendary Simurgh nested atop an ancient tree. The great bird, with feathers that shimmered like fire and ice, gazed at him with knowing eyes. Brave warrior, you seek the cure to a spell woven in darkness. To break it, you must retrieve the enchanted lamp hidden in the cavern of echoes, guarded by the cruel Djinn, Azrak. Faris bowed respectfully. What does the Djinn fear? The Simurgh wings stirred the wind. The Djinn fears his own reflection, for he has spent centuries hiding from the truth of what he has become. Deep within the cavern, Faris confronted Azrak, a towering Djinn with eyes like molten gold. You dare steal my lamp, foolish mortal, he roared, shaking the ground. But Faris, armed with wisdom, recalled the Simurgh's words. He raised a polished mirror and held it before the Djinn. Azrak recoiled in horror, his form distorting as he saw his reflection. With a tormented scream, he vanished into mist, breaking the spell that bound the lamp to his lair. Seizing the moment, Faris grabbed the lamp and fled before the cavern collapsed behind him. Returning to Azrak, Faris held the enchanted lamp high and called upon its hidden power. A gentle wind blew, and the curse on Princess Layla shattered. She awoke, her eyes filled with light. At that moment, Vizier Qadir stormed into the palace, his face twisted with rage. You have ruined my plans, he bellowed, summoning dark magic. But before he could strike, the Simurgh appeared, its mighty wings spreading light across the hall. The wicked shall fall, the great bird proclaimed, and with one beat of its wings, Qadir was banished into the void, never to return. The Sultan, overcome with joy, embraced Faris and declared him the kingdom's greatest hero. But instead of claiming the throne, Faris knelt before Princess Layla and said, "My reward is knowing Azrak is safe." Layla smiled and took his hand. A kingdom needs a brave heart as much as a wise ruler. And so, under the rule of Sultan Faris and Queen Layla, Azrak flourished, its golden domes shining even brighter. And whenever the stars twinkled in the sky, the people knew the Simurgh still watched over them, ready to aid the noble and just. But as the years passed, whispers of an even greater darkness began to rise from the east. Merchants spoke of a powerful sorceress, Malika Al-Zulmat, the Queen of Shadows, whose magic could consume entire cities in eternal night. Some claimed she was even more powerful than Kader, and her gaze alone could turn warriors to stones. One evening, as Faris stood atop the palace walls, the Simurgh's voice echoed in the wind. The trials of a hero never truly end. The very next morning, a mysterious rider arrived at the palace gates, carrying a message sealed in black wax. It read, "To the Sultan of Azrak, Faris the Brave. The shadows grow restless, and soon they will swallow the light. If you wish to protect your kingdom, come to the city of lost souls before the next full moon. But beware none who enter return." Layla read the letter aloud, her voice trembling. "Faris, you cannot go alone." Faris tightened his grip on the hilt of his sword. "I must. If the darkness is rising, then it is my duty to face it, with the Sultan's blessing." Faris set out with a company of his most loyal warriors and a group of fearless villagers, who refused to let him face this unknown threat alone. They rode for days across endless deserts, through eerie ruins where spirits whispered forgotten secrets. As they neared the city of lost souls, they found themselves walking through an unnatural fog, thick as wool, where the sun no longer shone. The only light guiding them was the glow of Faris's enchanted lamp, which flickered eerily in the gloom. Then, suddenly, figures emerged from the mist, phantoms of warriors long perished, their armor rusted, their eyes empty. A booming voice echoed through the fog. "Who dares enter the domain of Malika Al-Zulmat?" Faris took a deep breath and stepped forward. "I am Faris, defender of Azrak. I have come to put an end to the darkness before it reaches my people." A chilling laughter rang out, sending shivers through even the bravest of his warriors. The fog lifted slightly, revealing a massive palace of black stone, its gates guarded by monstrous creatures with glowing red eyes. "This is only the beginning," the voice whispered. "Enter if you dare but know this. Once the Queen of Shadows lays her eyes upon you, even the bravest heart may falter." Faris clenched his fists, the fire of determination burning within him. He had defeated Kader, outwitted the Djinn, and survived the trials of the Simurgh. He would not back down now. As the gates creaked open, Faris and his companions stepped into the darkness, ready to face whatever lay ahead.